Hello, this is a geometry lesson. What I want you to think about are circles, squares, and rectangles. What do you know about area when we're talking about circles, squares, and rectangles? In particular, what do you know about what are similar things about squares? This is the first problem we're going to be dealing with, and we want to find the shaded area. What I'd like you to try to think about is, how could we find this shaded area? I think we could know how much area is in the circle. We could certainly figure out how much area is here. So, I don't know, maybe we could do something like, well, what if I did this and I told you that the distance across here is 20? Would that help you? Could you use this information to find out the area of the circle? And could you use the information of this diagonal to figure out the length of those two? Now, these are square. This is square, so I'm giving you that hint. We're going to put this as, right angles there. I'll make that if these two are right angles, it's pretty, I'll confirm that those two are right angles. Now, what I'd like you to do is to try to figure out the sides. If you know the diagonal of a square, how long is one of the sides? And since you know this diagonal, can we assume that that is a diameter? And can we use that to find the area of the circle? That's what I'd like you to work on. Then what you would do is you would email me or call me with your response. Once you go that far, this is the second area, the next stage. This is what we would call skill development. Can you extend what you know about squares and move it to rectangles? And notice that this one has only half, not all four sides. It only has half shaded. So that will mean something a little bit different. Notice that you might have something going on here too. As a relating, what I'd like you to relate and reflect on after you've done this is to ask yourself, how can you use this information? Have you seen this problem before? When could we use this in real life? That would be really interesting to know. So, that right there is the general idea. If you got adventurous, you could put your answer in a video. Get a YouTube channel, and then you upload your answers to this and this. Okay? Now, for those of you who are looking for an easy way out, you just want to have me tell you what to do here. I'm going to go ahead, and I'll solve this one for you. But what I'd like you to do, if you feel like you want to go ahead, do your own research. Go do it. What I'll do here is part of the research. So this is the research stage for students who are, not wanting to go on the internet or feel a little lazy. That's okay. We know something about squares. That's the first thing we have to look at. A square, if we know that this is, I think most of us know this ratio, that if it's 10, then this is going to be 10 root 2. You just multiply by root 2. If you haven't learned this one, that's a very quick one. Whenever you have a square, take those sides and then just put the root 2 there. Now, to go backwards, I would divide by root 2, right? 10 root 2 divided by root 2 will give me 10. So, if I can divide 20 by root 2, I'm going to find that side there. The other thing to do is that B, the circle, right? Circle. I know that this line here is 20. So it's 10 for the r. Remember that pi r squared? So it's pi times 10 squared. So it's 100 pi is the area of everybody. So I just have to subtract that area. And, okay, those of you who haven't quite figured this out yet, we're going to take the 20 and divide it by root 2. 20 divide by root 2. It's kind of weird to have that root 2 at the bottom. So if I multiply top and bottom by the same number, what's going to happen here? Let's go. Root 2 times root 2. I'm going to get 20 root 2 all over 2. Those things cancel, right? So I'm left with 10 root 2 as a side. So this right here is 10 root 2. Now, some of you may remember that root 2 is about 14, right? So that might make an easy way for us to get around this, that this is 14 times 14. Anybody remember your squares? 12 times 12? What's 12 times 12? I'm ready. I'm listening. 12 times 12. Yeah. 12 times 12 is 144. 13 times 13. I'm waiting. And then 14 times 14, right? 169. The reason I'm doing this is I want to make an association. I want to flip those and make it 196. Isn't that cool? We've all learned probably from 6th grade that 12 times 12 is 144. Many of us didn't go on to the next one, 13 times 13. So I just give you that push. 196, 14, 14, 196. So what they would do here is you take your 10 root 2 times 10 root 2, and you'd get 200 if you were working it out, because root 2 times root 2 is 2, and then 10 times 10, right? So that would be the answer to here. Calling it 196 would have been close. Let's reflect then, as far as this skill goes, how do we handle this thing with circle, square, area overlap? We find, in this situation, we find the circle and we subtract the square to find the shaded area. So some people write this as circle area minus square area equals, those little funny things. It's like a donut with a square hole. So area minus area equals the donut area. Area of a circle minus area of a square gives you the outside. I'd like you to try some of these steps to see if you can get here. And again, if you get the answer, I'd like you to videotape your answer. I'd put it on YouTube, or draw it out and take pictures of your answer. Send it to my email address, or here. Or you could make a website. That's an idea. If you have a Gmail account, there's a free website. If you go to sitesgoogle.com. That's right. Sitesgoogle.com allows you to create a free website. You can put your work, type out your steps on that site, and then send me the link. Thank you for your time.